A summary of Nirenberg and Mattei and Nirenberg and Leder's genetic code experiments. In the experiment they conducted to identify which amino acids are produced by codons that consist of one repeated base, Nirenberg and Mattei used a homopolymer known as poly-U mRNA. The poly-U mRNA was added to a substance containing cell-free extract, or a cell without its full cell system, one amino acid that had been radioactively labeled, and 19 other unlabeled amino acids. The tube was then incubated at 37 degrees Celsius, and the poly-U mRNA was allowed to translate. The protein which was synthesized was then filtered and examined for any radioactive elements. Nirenberg and Mattei then repeated this process with 20 tubes, each of which contained one of 20 different amino acids, which had all been labeled. The results showed that the tube that contained the radioactively labeled amino acid contained a newly synthesized protein with the amino acid specified by the poly-U mRNA, suggesting that the codon UUU codes for the amino acid phenylalanine. Further experiments showed that the codons AAA and CCC code for lysine and proline, respectively. To follow up on the results from this study, Nirenberg and Leder conducted an experiment using a triplet binding assay. In this experiment, short mRNAs with known codons were synthesized and added to a solution which consisted of ribosomes and tRNA molecules attached to amino acids. The ribosome then bound the mRNA with the associated tRNAs that it coded for. The solution was then poured through a nitrocellulose filter for filtration, and they observed that the tRNAs which had bound to the mRNA codon stuck to the filter, while the tRNAs that did not bind to the mRNA were able to pass through the filter. An assay was then used to identify which amino acids bound to the filter, and it was found that when mRNA with the codon GUU was added, the tRNA molecules were bound to the amino acid valine. Thus, the experimenters concluded that GUU coded for valine, and the same method was used to identify a total of 61 codons. Thank you for watching.